Hello, welcome again. So this is the Ireland Fellow Program in Ireland, and the applications are open for those in Africa, Vietnam, Palestine, Latin America, and Small Island Developing States (SIDS). So for those in Africa, we have those from it's open for those in Ghana, for those in Kenya, many African countries, even Nigeria also is listed here, and is a fully funded scholarship that covers both the tuition fees, it covers your flights, it covers your accommodation and your living costs. So it's a prestigious scholarship for master's application in Ireland. So I'll be showing us how to apply for the scholarship in this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and also like and share this video. So the link to applying for this scholarship, I'll be dropping the link in the description of this video. So to apply for the scholarship, it's quite complicated because it's different from different countries listed here. So I'll be showing us how to apply for those in these countries and also for those in Nigeria. So first of all, let me show us how to apply for those from these African countries listed here, Ghana and the other African countries. It's called the Highland Fellows Program. So if you want to apply for this Island Fellows Program, the first thing you do is to go through this link, which I've opened here, and you find the Islands Fellows Program here. The eligible countries are listed here, and these are the eligible courses or disciplines listed here. So we have the agriculture, health, education, human rights, computer science, engineering, business, and more. So I'll show us the list of all the programs. The eligibility for this involves that you have to be from these African countries listed here, listed earlier. So the African countries listed here, you have to be from these African countries. Then you have to have a minimum of 2 or 3 years work experience. You have to hold a bachelor's degree with a minimum grade points average of 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. That's second class upper. Then they now said here grade 2, that's second class lower, can be accepted if they show substantial or relevant work experience, and it must be awarded in 2015 or later. So within the last 12 years, your certificate must not be older than that. Then also you must not already hold a qualification of master's level or higher. Then you must be applying to commence a new program at master's level in Ireland no sooner than August 2027. Then be able to demonstrate the following leadership abilities and aspirations and committed to achieving the SDG goals within your own country. Then you must have clear understanding of the academic and English language proficiencies required. Then you must not have applied to this scholarship before, not more than one previous occasion. So if you have applied once for the scholarship, you can apply again. But if you have applied twice, you are not eligible to apply again the third time. So then you must be in a position to take the fellowship in academic year 2027-2028. So that's just basic eligibility for this scholarship. Then if you've checked the eligibility criteria and you see that you're eligible, the first step is to learn about the application process. So the application process is in 3 stages. So I'll just be showing us this preliminary application stage, because after you pass this preliminary stage, they request for detailed documentation for the second stage. So which I believe that if you have passed the first stage, you'll be able to pass the second stage of submitting the required documents. So the first stage is not so difficult. So for now, for the first stage of the application, you may not need the English language certification. But after you pass the first stage of the application, if you are successful for the first stage, if you don't have the English language test or the IELTS, they will invite you to take the Duolingo English test. You are not the one to pay. I believe they'll pay for it too. So we'll look at the eligible programs, that's the eligible courses or disciplines for this scholarship. So if you check the eligible disciplines or courses for this scholarship, There are a number of them. So these are the universities that are involved. Then the courses are listed here, and there are a lot of them. So you can just go through them. So you find here in the various courses listed, you find the title of the course, the code of the course, and the university that the course is going to be taken. So you are expected to choose three different courses or three different programs of of your choice, first, second, and third choices. So you're expected to choose three of them. So you just take note of this, the name of the course, the code, and also the university, because you fill that in the application form. So once you are good with the eligible courses or the programs you want to go for, then the next stage is to download the, you can go through the application guide. This is the application guide. So but the next stage is to download the application form, which I have downloaded here already. So if you go through the application guide, let me open it. You find some of the email address in page 6 where you submit the application form to. And you don't just submit the form alone, you submit the form and attach these three documents listed here. You name it, you put your name, then you name it as passport. Put your name. For example, your name is Manuela Saradio. Then Dutch. You put the name of the document, undergraduate degree certificate. So these are the three documents you need for the first stage of the application. So once you have those three documents and you have filled this form, so these are the countries, the different countries, and the email address where you will send the form to. But you see, it's different for Nigerians and Ghanaians. Nigerians and Ghanaians are expected to apply through the link online through this link, not sending it via email. So the only these countries listed here with the email addresses that can send via email. So that on that, we'll go to the Nigerian Ghana or Ghanaian application process. So to go through that, I'll start from the beginning here. So just go for Nigerians, go to Roga Casements. Once you open that, it takes you here. So from here, you get to see the application documents, which is similar to the application documents I just discussed earlier. So you see here the application form. If you click it, it will take you here. So once you get here, it's you have to apply online. So the application is similar to what I just said, but the difference is that the application form, everything, the attachment, you're attaching all those three documents online. So once you click apply now, you see the Roger Casement Fellowship in Human Rights. This is for Nigerians only. Then Island Fellows Program Ghana. This is for Ghanaians. So the Islands Fellowship Program Ghana, those courses I just listed, they are eligible programs. You see the eligible programs. Those courses I opened just now. Those okay, the eligible programs. So Ghanaians are they are eligible for all these courses I just opened now for the Island Fellows Program, but it's different from for Nigerians. Nigerians, the courses they are eligible for are the Roger Casement courses. So if you go to the Roger Casement Fellowship in Human Rights for Nigerians, you click more info, you find out you see the courses that the programs that the Nigerians are eligible to apply for. So you see various law courses, masters in criminology, then this masters in disability. So it's you see this masters in disability, even the those in health can apply for this masters, and those in psychology also can apply for this masters in disability. Then gender studies, and just go through the list. I believe that if you're in the social science, law, and education, you find courses that are relevant to your discipline among the courses that are listed here for Nigerians. So once you find your course and you find your program there, just take note of the course, the program and the university where it is done, because you will need to list that out when you are filling your form. So once you have three universities or three programs in mind, then you go straight to the application. You click apply now for Nigerians. So once you click that, it takes you here where you get to create an account. You create an account, then you log in. I believe all the information you fill in this form that I just opened before for those that are not from Nigerians, the all the information you fill in this form is the same information you fill online when you are applying. So once you create your account and you log in, it takes you here where you get to put your work experience, continue, and put various details. I believe the part that would take you time when you're applying for this is this place, this part where you'd be talking about why you wish to be considered for the fellowship in Ireland. I believe this part is what is going to take you time. So I think you should do this very well. Don't use AI tool, but you can use AI tool, but make sure that you put them in your own words because it will be checked. So because it was explicitly stated that you don't use AI tool, it should be in your own words. So you should do this properly, and you'd answer the question based on this three. You explain your motivation based on the three headings they just listed. You should do this very well. Then I believe if you are eligible and you have good experience, good leadership experience, and all, it would fly. So I put here an example of how you can write your motivation that can make it like a storytelling that can boost your application. So I put this information at the end of this video because I know many will not watch to the end. So just take note of how the statement looks like so that you can use, because you make it like a story, make your motivation like a story. That will make it more catchy. Look at something like this. Leadership skills usually develop with experience, and I had an opportunity to develop good leadership skills like commitment, passion, and decision making capabilities during a time I served as the treasurer in the Bible study unit arm of the Nigerian Couples Fellowship. We were faced with a need to raise funds for our biannual Bible study send off party. It was my responsibility and that of the financial secretary to raise the fund required for the send off party. So I don't want to make this video too long. So you can just, I believe you can be able to read just this part to just understand what I mean by making your motivation like a storytelling. So it makes it really catchy. This is a motivation that actually won a scholarship award, a Shebnin Scholarship Award. So it's just an example of how you can make your motivation really catchy. So with that, I believe that if you put in your application, if you put in your application rightly and you are eligible, you will be considered. So I wish us good luck in our applications. If you have not subscribed to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share our videos. See you next time. Bye.